In the last 30 days, I hope this creator gained 100,000 followers, this creator gained 200,000, this creator gained 300,000 followers, and every single one of them was in the same position that you're in right now. They were struggling to grow, they didn't know what to post, didn't know what settings to use, and they implemented the 4 tips that I'm gonna share with you in this video, and it completely changed everything for them. And I guarantee that if you implement these tips, you're gonna get more followers in the next 30 days on Instagram than you could have ever imagined. But first, I need you to smash that subscribe button. If you wanna go click on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, I literally quit my job with Gary Vee to upload a YouTube video every single day to help you grow on this social media platform, so make sure you smash that subscribe button. In addition to that, I just created a free Instagram growth course. You could get it the pinned comment below. It's going to share with you things like the best time to post, the best hashtags to use, and so many other things that you need to make sure that you're doing. What are you waiting for? It's literally 100% free. Just go to that pinned comment below. The first thing that you need to start doing differently is you need to make sure that you're using Instagram's new poll feature. And no, I'm not talking about the polls that show up in your stories. Now you can add polls into your description. And guess what? If you could get people to interact with these polls, it's going to skyrocket the amount of engagement that you get. In fact, it's going to help you go viral on Instagram Reels. Essentially, what you want to do is you want to ask people a yes or no question. Way too many people are complicating this way too much. You want it to be incredibly simple. You want people to vote yes or no on something related to your niche or related to something that they're interested in. And guess what's going to happen? It's going to skyrocket that reach and engagement. And every single time that there's a new feature like this on Instagram, you need to make sure that you're taking advantage of it. If you don't know what to post in your description, I'm going to share with you in tip number 4, which is, by the way, the most important tip, exactly what you should be doing in your description to skyrocket the amount of growth that you're getting. Because if you're not doing the right thing in your description, it could be the thing that's destroying your reach. Or maybe you're using the wrong sounds and the wrong effects. And yes, I did say effects. Effects now work basically the same way as sounds do on Instagram. And you need to make sure that you're adding them into your content, because just using a trending audio is a good thing and just using a trending effect is a good thing. But if you stack those two things on top of each other, it can skyrocket the amount of reach that you're getting. So here's essentially what Instagram is doing when it comes to these effects and these sounds. Essentially, Instagram is identifying that if somebody interacts with a certain effect, that they want to see more content like that, or that they really like the aesthetic of it. Or if somebody interacts with a certain sound, that they really like the content that was created under that. So what you need to make sure that you're doing is you need to make sure that you're finding trending sounds on Instagram, which, by the way, is as easy as literally just scrolling your Instagram feed and seeing which sounds are trending within your niche. If you see a creator within your niche that got a lot of views, click on the sound that they're using, and you want to make sure that all the other videos that are showing up are either related to your niche or they're related to exactly what they're doing. And you could do the same exact thing under effects. And if you're able to find both a sound and effect that are working well together, this is the holy grail, and this can help you go viral quicker on Instagram, increase your views, and ultimately increase the amount of followers that you're getting. Now, before I can share with you exactly what you need to do differently in your description, I need to make sure that you're actually able to find those trends on Instagram, because you're probably left thinking right now, but Rob, I don't see any trends within my Instagram account or within my competitors. And there are essentially 3 different places that you can go to look to be able to find this. But the first thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you're liking people's content and saving people's content within your niche. The reason that you want to do this is because over time, it's going to change the content that Instagram's showing you. One of the number 1 mistakes that you're making right now is you're interacting with content outside of your niche. Now, I'm not saying that the content that you interact with is going to change who your content is shown to, but it is going to change the content that you're shown. So if you're interacting with stuff that's outside of your niche, guess what ends up happening? All the content that you see has nothing to do with what your core audience actually wants to see, and this is making you a worse creator. Instead, if you like and save content within your niche, all the reels you're going to see, all the carousels you're going to see, all the stories you're going to see, and everything that you're going to see on your explore feed is going to be related to your niche, and literally the trends within your niche are going to find you. And all you have to do is create content that looks like that or that's similar to that, and guess what it does? It skyrockets the reach that you're getting. No, I'm not telling you to copy what other people are doing within your niche, but you need to understand that the formats that they're doing clearly work, or the hooks that they're doing clearly work, or the topics or the lengths that they're choosing clearly work. So you need to make sure that Instagram is feeding you these things so that you can understand from your viewer's perspective what they actually want to see. On top of that, I strongly suggest that you're doing collaboration posts at least 1 to 2 times a week right now. And the easiest way for you to do this is to engage with people within your niche, DM them, become friends with them, and eventually you'll be able to do collaboration posts. And one of the easiest things that you could do to increase the amount of reach that you get is collaboration posts, because it's going to allow the content to get shown both to your audience, to the person you're collaborating with audience, and it helps Instagram find a new audience for that piece of content because it gets shown to so many more people. So there's a higher chance that non-followers followers like that content, and guess what? Non-followers are people that can become one of your followers. If your content is only getting shown to your followers right now, it's going to lead to you seeing a decrease in the amount of reach that you're getting and a decrease in the amount of followers that you're getting. And this is one of the biggest mistakes I see creators do wrong. And the reason that your content isn't getting shown to non-followers is probably because you're messing up your description. But before I tell you about that, I did want to tell you about the 5% rule on Instagram, because this is incredibly important and you need to make sure that you're paying attention to it. 5% of your posts are going to create 95% of the growth that you get. If you want to reach 10,000 followers, 50,000, 100,000, it's probably going to be 1 or 2 posts that actually gets you there. This is why you see creators grow a ton and then they don't get as many views on their posts. It's not because their content isn't as good. It's simply because it was really 1 or 2 posts that actually got them that large amount of growth. They got away from that thing, and this is why they're not seeing as much growth. So in order for you to maximize the amount of growth that you're seeing right now on Instagram, you need to understand that the more content you put out, the higher the chance you get views, the higher the chance you get viral, and it's going to help you gain more followers. Because right now you're probably holding some of your content back saying, oh, I'm gonna post this when I have more followers. What you need to understand is you need to post it now so you can get more followers and increase your views later on Instagram. And remember, you don't need a lot of followers on Instagram right now to be able to quit your job and make money from Instagram. In fact, I hope this creator right here gained over 70,000 followers, and after they got past the 30,000 point, they were able to make over $10,000 a month simply for posting on Instagram and selling their audience something. And you could do the same thing if you're writing the right descriptions. But also, I need to make sure that you're not making 3 mistakes that I keep seeing accounts make on Instagram, and it's destroying their reach. The first one is you need to make sure that you are not removing bot followers. If you remove bot followers, it makes Instagram think that people don't like your content, and then they don't show your content to more people. The followers that you have probably aren't bots. They're probably just inactive accounts. And if you bought followers on Instagram, which by the way is a massive mistake, I would strongly recommend that you also don't remove those. Instead, you need to keep posting consistently so that you can simply outgrow them. And then once that happens, your organic reach is going to come back on Instagram. The second mistake you need to make sure that you're not making is taking way too long in between posts or posting too frequently. Ideally, you should be posting 1 to 2 times a day on Instagram right now. I understand if you're in a niche where you can't, but that is the ideal situation. Or maybe you should try to find a format where you actually can post that frequently, because the more frequently you post on Instagram, the more followers you get. I mean, this is proven and has been shown time after time again. And the third thing you need to make sure that you're doing is you need to make sure that you're not posting when your followers are online. If you post when your followers are online, content's going to get shown to your followers, and then you're probably going to lose followers because guess what? Your content isn't reaching non-followers, and this is a huge no-no on Instagram right now. And using the right descriptions essentially comes down to 2 things. First and foremost, you need keywords within your description. If you look at the content doing well within your niche, I bet that there are keywords in there that help Instagram recognize who they should be showing the content to. If you just fill your description up with a bunch of crap or stuff that your audience isn't interested in, it's not going to help you. You need to get people to read it, and you need to get Instagram to recognize it to make sure that they're showing that content to the right people. Because if they're not showing it to the right people, they're showing it to the wrong people, and that's why you're not getting the reach that you want. On top of that, you need to make sure that you're using the QDC method when it comes to your description. What I mean by this is the first line needs to be a hook or a question. The second line needs to be details behind that, and the third line needs to be a call to action. And remember, there are only 2 call to actions you should be using right now. Well, there's 3. The third one, though, you should only use if you're monetizing your Instagram. The first one is getting somebody to follow you. The second one is getting somebody to share that piece of content with a friend. And the third, if you're monetizing your account, you should be using something like ManyChat, getting people to comment below instead of telling them to go to the link in the bio. Because if you're telling people to go to the link in your bio on your Instagram right now, it's the reason you're not getting the followers you want. Or maybe you don't know what to post, you don't know when to post, or don't know anything that you should be doing. And if that's you feel discouraged on Instagram, or you don't know what you're doing wrong or what you're doing right, I personally want to help you. In fact, I want to look at your account and tell you everything I would do differently to skyrocket your growth. The same way I hope this creator gain 100,000 followers, this creator 200,000, and this creator 300,000. I want to personally work with you to tell you exactly what to do differently to grow your Instagram. If that sounds interesting, well, please keep watching this video because I've got a special offer for you. the opportunity to grow on Instagram and this organic reach we're currently seeing are not gonna last forever. And there are two things holding you back from seeing the growth like the creators that I share with you in this video. The first one is that you haven't implemented the tips that I just shared with you. And the second is that you haven't gotten into my Instagram mentorship program yet. That's literally going to guarantee that I help you get more followers on Instagram in the next 30 days, or you get your money back, 0 questions asked. In fact, the average person that's gone through this program in the last 30 days has gained over 25,000 followers, and nobody has ever gone through it and gained less than 1,000 followers if they implemented every piece of advice that I share with them. Now, since you're still watching this video, I'm gonna assume you're probably above average. So the odds of you gaining over 25,000 followers are probably quite high. And if you want results like that, go to the link in the description below right now and sign up, because there are limited spots available. I'm gonna be telling you exactly what to post, when to post, what hashtags to use. I'm gonna send you new post ideas, and I'm gonna critique your content to guarantee that you get more growth on Instagram in the next 30 days. It doesn't matter what your niche is or what your background is, this program is gonna help you get followers more easily and quicker so that you don't have to spend endless hours trying to figure out the things that I already know about exactly how to grow your account. In fact, I just helped this creator in the program and they gained over 100,000 followers in just 30 days. I helped this creator, they gained over 150,000, and this creator over 200,000 followers. If you want results like that and I want you to be my next success story, go to the link in the description below and sign up right now, because every single day that you wait, it's only gonna get harder to grow on Instagram. It is easier than ever to grow right now, but you need to take advantage of this opportunity. And what's better than an opportunity where you're literally gonna grow on Instagram or get your money back, 0 questions asked? Again, there are limited spots, so go to the link in the description below and sign up right now. Otherwise, I strongly suggest you check out the next 2 videos I put up on the screen, because they're the videos YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching.